Okay, so 2319 216th place northeast. I'm starting at the far corner bedroom just to do a little view of the condition of the place. This is carpeting that we're going to have replaced, and this blue wall is very, very dark, and plan to just blend that in so it's the same color as the rest of the room, which is mostly white, creamy mahogany, magnolia color. So yeah, just apparently the carpeting was shampooed, but according to the agent, but I have to say the condition of it doesn't look like it's even been vacuumed. So that's fourth bedroom, far corner bedroom. And again, primary change to this blue wall. So down the hallway, all the tiling looks fine. Slightly dark in here, need to replace this bulb, and may need to replace this curtain rail. It looks a bit wonky. Seems to be sagging slightly. Everything else seems to be in order. This toilet, I'll make an adjustment to the chain. It runs pretty consistently after it's flushed, because the way the chain gets underneath the plug. Door caps go in there. That looks pretty tight underneath. These are alright. That looks okay. Sink looks fine. Bit of damage to the bottom of the mirror, but generally in good nick. Third bedroom, which again has this baby blue wall, which we like to make white to brighten up the room. Some of our stuff stayed at the desk. Underneath looks okay. Drawers look okay. Bit of damage to the edge here, just wear and tear. It's okay. Nail pounded into the side of this. There's some hooks in the wall. These books were left. Not bad. Dictionary. I'll make something of them. Just look very heavy, and somebody left them again. Condition of the rug wouldn't indicate to me, this is just inside the door, that it's been shampooed or even you can see there's a layer of dust and grit in between the floorboard and the curtain, and again the cap on the doorstop is missing. We can fix those. Some damage to the sill and these curtain rods that have been left here. Not in great nick. Another thing too is a very sloppy repair to the wall. Obviously some holes in the wall that have been filled in. I know this is fairly characteristic, just touching up, but not with any great color matching. Back here behind the door as well. There's quite a bit of that, so we'll cover that up. Closet, it's fine. This bedroom is probably the worst in terms of the condition of the carpeting. Again, it's hard to think that it was vacuumed, let alone anything else. Not sure about this. This light doesn't seem to work, so I'll figure that out. Maybe that's it. There we go. Okay. All right. figure out that. Considering I'm not sure what the other one has a desk. There's no desk in this one. There's a smoke alarm on the shelf. Again, we'll figure that out. Also with this green wall, would we like to replace that green wall again with white. The other concern here, again, the curtains here, but I'm not quite sure what happened to the curtain rod that goes with it. I don't know if you can see here very clearly. So I get raking light. Substantial damage repaired here. Some dents here. And then there's some water damage running along the seam. And there's some staining here as well. Staining along. And then you can see the staining above the, getting my light above the arch that's lining to the door, the framing that looks behind. Yeah, it runs down runs all the way down the door frame, all the way down to the floor. So I'm not sure about that, but I've always hated water damage behind the door. And then again, see some patching done irregularly. Again, the wall's fairly, you can see the change in color. Some discoloration to the tile here. A couple of these that may just be the condition, just open sockets, that's in the ceiling. This room this appears to be what it is. I haven't seen it for a while. I don't know if I can get far enough back from it. It's all insulated. So I'll just keep that cold and closed and warm. Again, some inconsistent patching here. I go around the corner into the small bathroom off the kitchen. Again, this appears to be fine. The only one damage that we know, there's a damage to the back of the door. And then this damage here, the cistern cover has been broken. We come into the kitchen. It's a blue wall, again, accent wall that we'd like to change to white. Also, this room seems to have the most damage to the parquet floor. Patterns of traffic in front of the fridge, and here in front of the sink. There's also clearly over here, just by the cooker, and then there was a plant in the corner by this window. Appears to have been a plant pot that was put here, and then there's some natural, where you'd expect traffic, where there was a table. I'm not quite sure, maybe the table's in the corner, and then the traffic pattern around the outside. The laundry room, some of our stuff appears to be fine. Clean underneath the sink. Washer and dryer in good shape. Extension cord left behind. Lots of light bulbs and iron. Fixtures for a Hoover, a vacuum, and some cleaning materials left behind. Fine up here in the skylight. Okay. Back door. Back deck. A little bit of rain today, off and on. Again, bit of damage here underneath the bar. But generally okay. Those are fine. Fine. Some more things. Again, some staining. could see it, the contrast without the light on. Parquet seems fine. Some staining on the shelves. Fridge seems good. Fairly patchy on the kitchen ceiling. How visible that will be in the final video. And again, fridge seems fine. This room, there's some chipping, some broken tiles. There's one here by the arch, which we have a photographic detail of. There's a hairline fracture to this tile along here. You can see the hairline along here. This edge of the fireplace was repaired. This is glued back in, so it's not moving, but it's an incredibly poor job. And this, I don't know if you can tell, this is all damp through here. It rained last night. You can see the drips here. This is a little bit of a worry. All this is wet down here. This tile is loose. And again, the hearth pieces, let's just start to see that in the light. It's wet. So if I can get it in. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, the hearth is wet. We've dried it off the floor. Let's see. But the floor feels to have it's bowing, so it feels like it's been wet before. Check with the owner about that. There was a surround sound stereo system, so she's left the remnants of where her speakers were. And then we have this in the bar area. Again, one where there's no covering for the, turn the light on here, so we have the cables hanging down, moving up, and then in the ceiling, and you can see the nails there. It's quite a feature of this place. I don't know if they're existing. A lot of staples, nails, staples. There's quite a bit of this all the way around. I don't know if it was holding on the speaker wires. I don't remember it well enough. Again, another instance of staples. Anyway, what's the condition of the patio area? All right. Just continue through. Alcove seems fine. Again, I don't know if you can, so till it doesn't stand in the light, the carpeting is very stained through here. Stained as we go into the master suite. And again, having this replaced, I don't know if this is working or not. No, I need to put some batteries in these, so will do, because it's a term of the lease. Fine. I think this floor seems to be in good nick. It doesn't have the wear and the tear of the one in the one in the kitchen. This fireplace was left pretty desperate. This is stained and discolored on the hearth piece around the surround. There's some grouting and tile damage here. There's this this wire that I'm not sure if that has to do with music or not. And then again, just more phantom curtain rod hooks that are just now orphaned. Some live wires above this door. And again, granted, an old house, just trying to note the condition upon occupancy. So a little bit more interesting perhaps than the written record. Down here, I didn't really find anything in the bathroom. I think there's a list of damage here to the shelving. And then these appear to be toothpaste marks around the top. Don't know if those will get cleaned up as well. Sink's in good nick. Sink's good. And here, tub seam's in very good shape. This all seems fine. Again, shower seems fine. The light bulb was out. I'll replace that. Several light bulbs out, but I think that's a bit like the batteries for the smoke detector. Some movement up in that joint. Let's see. That's as far as we can go. I think generally the ceilings are pretty cobwebby, but that's probably to be expected. Again, here's some above the and around the light fixture. There's some touching up that hasn't been very elegantly done. Again, the other room, closet, walk-in closet. I think these are some jacuzzi things that were left. Spa doctor is fine. We put some things in. There's some damage to the top here, just some discoloration, some staining. Several holes along the wall. Not sure what was here. If it was, might have been we found some peg board. Some wear and tear here. See some wear and tear along the wall here. Again, prospect is to completely recarpet. Don't know if that's just along the baseboard, if that's water damage or not. Some marking along the wall. Again, if the rugs were shampooed, I'd be surprised. Hasn't been a lot of dusting. Again, I don't think anything's been vacuumed. It's not a problem, just an observation, not a criticism. Yeah, and that's about that. I think, let's just make sure this, yeah, it's just dirt, okay. Yes, I'll walk outside and do the outside portion of the house just for a view when it stops raining.